Hey everybody, and welcome back. Well, I should say welcome to, because yes, this is a Geek Out, but I'm totally changing up the format. I'm not just gonna ask one question. I'm gonna kind of turn this more into my weekly geeky news kind of thing. I'll still do kind of geek questions, but, and keep it in theme of the week, but I'm gonna do things like I just wanna touch on box office from the weekend, since I do so much movie stuff here, so many reviews. I wanna talk about like Blu-ray DVD releases, again, the whole movie thing, and then I'll kind of go through a bunch of movies that are in theme for the week and just kind of give a little talk about that, and hopefully get some mojo going, some juice going, some geeky conversations going, if you will, down in the comments. So also, damn, that's really bright. I've changed up my shooting situation here a little bit, so I have kind of more permanently installed lights, so I don't have to keep moving things up and down the stairs. So you may see some differences that I'm still getting used to and still tweaking, but we're working on it, and we always try to improve here. So anyways, it is, June 7th, 2016, so we are in the middle of Fantasy and Magic Week, or I guess kind of at the beginning of Fantasy and Magic Week for my channel, because, we're going to do Warcraft, and Now You See Me Too at the end of the week, so that'll be mostly the theme. But I thought let's just do a little box office talk, because there's something I do want to talk about that's kind of a little heartbreaking about box office, and that is, even though it's the #1 movie for this past weekend, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadows is very much underperforming from all expectations. So sadly, highly unlikely we're going to get a part 3 and finally get a... That was probably a spoiler. I probably should bleep that out. Highly unlikely we're gonna get a part 3 and some of the stuff we want to see in part 3. How about we put it that way? It did make like 35 million, which, is... it's okay. It's not terrible, but I think the first one did something like 90 million or something, so I don't really know. It looks like the budget was 135 million, so yeah, that's not good. So I don't think we're gonna get another one. I guess the positive side of that is maybe we will get another reboot, because they were successful enough that it's still a property that I think Hollywood will be excited to try again with. Maybe they'll learn from the mistakes of these, and they will give us a more appropriate, proper Ninja Turtles adaptation the next time around. So fingers crossed for that. Feel a little bad for Stephen Amell, because he's not going to get a chance to really break out as Casey Jones or anything, but what can you do? X-Men Apocalypse is #2, did like 22 million, so it's been out a couple of weeks, and it's, it's not that far behind Ninja Turtles in its opening weekend, so that's kind of crazy. On more screens still than Ninja Turtles too, so actually gained some screens apparently this week. Yeah, and it's doing well. Its total gross is 116 million. I'm assuming that's domestic. I'll get used to doing this. And a budget of 178 million, so that's pretty good. #3, Me Before You. That's that romantic comedy with Cersei. Not Cersei, Daenerys, Emilia Clarke. So I don't know, that one didn't really look too awesome to me, but it's done like 18 million, 2,700 screens. That's pretty good. And a 20 million budget, so it's almost come to its budget. That's not bad for an opening weekend. #4, Alice Through the Looking Glass. That's actually a better movie than it should have been. It pulled in another $11 million, and it's like 3,763 screens, so that's still pretty good. Total of 51 million, over 51 million. Ooh, budget's 170. Yeah, that's really underperforming. And in the #5 spot, we have The Angry Birds, so that's pulled in another 10 million. Let's see, 87 million total, 73 million budget. That's doing well. We'll probably get a sequel. I don't know how they'll make a sequel, but I'll go see it because I really like the first movie. And then, #6, just to mention it, Captain America Civil War. #7, Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising. And that movie, Pop Star, #8 in its opening weekend. So, okay, I have no interest in that. I've heard it's pretty bad. So anyways, that's kind of what's going on at the box office. Ninja Turtles, a big disappointment. See, what do we got going on in release week? Now, here's what's interesting. We get movies every week. We pretty much get everything. Somehow, well, ever since Amazon removed their search by release week function, we've been missing a lot of movies. And somehow Zootopia has slipped by me, because I'm ready to rewatch that. I loved that movie, so I may run out to the store and buy it. But that came out today on Blu-ray and everything. Hail Caesar, we got that one coming. Anomalisa? Yeah, we got that one coming. I'm kind of excited about that. That's that kind of stop motion thing that looked pretty interesting. 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. That looks pretty cool. Kind of an exciting Michael Bay war kind of picture kind of thing. We got some good cast in that too. So The Other Side of the Door, I don't know anything about that one, but it looks like a horror movie that might be cool. So there's a lot of stuff coming out. The Abandoned, Anomalisa, The Confirmation, see, Duck Dynasty Season 9, all right. Everything Will Be Fine, The Fear of 13, The Funhouse Massacre, that might be cool. Re-releases of Game of Thrones, Season 3 and Season 4. Hail Caesar, we mentioned. Jarhead 3, The Siege, another Jarhead direct-to-DVD sequel. I have not watched the first one. Journey to Space, looks like it got a 4K. It looks like some kind of animated thing. Kill Your Friends, Kroll Show Season 3, Mr. Right, let's see, Monsterland, Never Back Down, No Surrender, No Home Movie, The Other Side of the Door, Rizzoli and Isles, the complete 6th season, Roots, the complete original series Blu-ray, first time on Blu-ray, the Sonara Chronicles Season 1. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think that was that MTV thing, right? Stand-Up Guy, Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan Director's Edition Blu-ray. It says Blu-ray debut, but I'm pretty sure they have, because they released like multiple cuts of that already on Blu-ray, so I'm pretty sure that exists. 13 Hours, told you about. Touch with Fire, Vinyl. Oh, Vinyl, the complete first season. I wouldn't mind watching that, but I got HBO Go, so what do I need the Blu-rays for, unless I really love it? Something called A War, We Monsters, When Calls the Heart, Heart of a Hero, and of course Zootopia. So, pretty cool week, dude. I'm excited to see Zootopia again. Really excited to see that movie 13 Hours, and we missed Hail Caesar in the theater. I'd really like to see that. But anyways, so it is Magic and a Fantasy Week, so so I thought I'd run through some Magic titles, movies that were about magic and magicians. There's not really a lot. There's more movies about magic than there are magicians. There's actually a 1976 film called Magic that's like about a dummy that comes to life, a ventriloquist dummy. I never saw that one, but I heard it's really good. The Illusionist, that was really good with Edward Norton. The Prestige, though, that's like just a great Christopher Nolan movie. Always like that, good and twisty and turny. Of course, Now You See Me, that I'll be doing my rewatch and recap kind of stuff for. The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, I forgot about that. That might have been kind of a fun drunk movie had I not done the one I did. Of course, you got the Harry Potter series, which is really cool, and I'll do rewatches on those for Fantastical Beasts later in this year. And then we kind of get more into fantasy films. Well, Lord of Illusions, that's a great Clive Barker film. If you haven't seen that, I really, really recommend you see that one. It is really good. Oz, the Great and the Powerful, I guess that's really a little bit more fantasy. We start getting into the fantasy ones there, but yeah, no, I mean, I wanted to rewatch Prestige this week. I've just run out of time. I may get to just for fun, but anything for the channel, I don't have time anymore. Sorry about that. And yeah, so there's some pretty cool magic movies. What do you think? You can tell me, talk about which ones of those do you like. Should I see some of the ones I mentioned I haven't seen? Let me know. And then fantasy movies, of course, we got the whole Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit trilogy. That's fantastic. Still haven't seen Labyrinth. I really, really should. I'm sure Mary would love to watch it with me, even though she recently watched it. The Dark Crystal, still haven't seen. I know. I just missed out on those when I was younger. Pan's Labyrinth, man, I still haven't seen that one. My God. Princess Bride. Now that is a classic, phenomenal movie that I really, really, really need to rewatch, but I think Mary would want to rewatch that with me. Maybe that'd be a good one for us both to feel romantic about. Willow is also recommended that, because I'm dying to rewatch, it's been so long, and I think Mary hasn't seen it since it was out in theaters either, so that's one we would really like to rewatch when we get a good chance in the future. The Conan movies, I was thinking about rewatching those myself, just didn't get around to them. Legend, I kind of remember Legend. I don't remember if I really liked it or not, but that was cool. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that I don't know that really fits into the fantasy theme. We're starting to get into some sci-fi stuff, but yeah, so those are some pretty cool fantasy films. So let me know which one of those you love, which one of those you don't love. I'd love to talk to you guys about it in the comments. My original plan was to do a Geek Out question about what is your favorite fantasy franchise. Now, I don't know, it might have to be Harry Potter. I might go with the Conan movies. It's a hard call for me. I really haven't watched so many of those in so long. Honestly, this is just kind of a trickier week. Fantasy and magic are themes I really love, but they're not like, as awesome as a lot of other themes that are coming up in future weeks on this channel. But yeah, so there you go. Hopefully you kind of enjoy this new version of Geek Out. You can let me know if there's, I want to try to hit geeky news stories too, but since I just thought about this format change last night, I didn't have a lot of time to plan and change things around. But, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So if you got any feedback for me in the comments, I'll definitely listen to it. I may not agree, but I will at least listen to it and take it into consideration. Again, let's talk about some of those movies. Let's geek out over that stuff. Let's geek out over fantasy and magic things we absolutely love. And also, too, are you bummed about the box office with Ninja Turtles? Or are you like me that even though it is a bummer, maybe we'll get a new reboot again? So, I don't know. But yeah, guys, so hopefully you've enjoyed this. You can talk to me about it in the comments. Let me know. Thumbs up of encouragement if you like what we're doing on this channel and you want to encourage me to keep doing more. Subscribe if you're new because we do fun, cool, nerdy, geeky things every single day, at least 3 times a day. And that way you can see it all. And then share with your friends so they can come see all this fun stuff too. And we can all geek out together. Because that's really what I like to do with these videos is create a nice dialogue, a nice conversation about geeky fun things in the comments. So hopefully we can keep that rolling. You guys seem to have enjoyed it in the past, so hopefully you like what I'm doing now. And I'm going to get out of here and shoot a whole bunch more reactions for you because I forgot how much fun those are, and I've been enjoying getting back to those. So I'm going to do that, and I will see you guys later.